This sports broadcast made possible with support from the following. The Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their over 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofalgonquin.com. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. For the best pizza in town, Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out our new and improved online ordering at I'mAWiseGuy.com. Tom the Plumber is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at TomThePlumberInc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at DarylBarnes.com.
Welcome back to day 3 of the Jacobs Holiday Hinkle Classic. Today, to start things off in the morning, we have the South Elgin Storm and the Hoffman Estates Hawkeyes. So just to give a little bit of a recap in this tournament so far, we came in with 16 teams, now just 4 remaining. You have Wabanese, you have Grays Lake Central, who will be playing each other at 6 p.m. tonight. Then you have Lake Zurich and Crystal Lake South, who will be playing each other at 7:30 tonight. 2 big names to look at in that one is Grays Lake Central and Crystal Lake South. Those two faced off in the championship last year, just barely lost was Crystal Lake South to Grays Lake Central. It was a phenomenal game, and just like we saw yesterday, Anthony Demirov was incredible in that game as well. So Hoffman Estates come into this game sitting at 7-6 on the year, coming into this tournament. Then they lost their final game yesterday to Prairie Ridge, 70-60, in which was a phenomenal game led by Rodriguez of Prairie Ridge. Then for the Storm, on the other hand, they come into this game just like the Hawks of Hoffman Estates, losing both games so far in this tournament, as last one ended in a tough finish where they couldn't really capitalize on those 3-point looks against the Marion Central Hurricanes. So they sit at 7-7 on the year. However, 5 of those 7 wins have come in conference play in what many believe is a weak conference in the Upstate 8. But we'll see what happens today. Some key inactives for the Storm: Luis Vergara, and we saw him get hurt yesterday, Ethan Zagori for the Storm. So we'll see what happens here. So you just heard the starting lineup for the Hawks. And now here come the South Elgin Storm. That right there, KJ Brooks had a big game last night. We'll see if he can do it again.
Number 2,
Shaylin Shukti, he's been phenomenal all year long, second on the team in points per game. He's now first with Ethan Zagori out today. There's Connor Hodges. He's come off the bench all year long, starting his first game of the season due to Ethan Zagori being out. There's Derek Clark, the big man, shoots a lot more than most big men, but not a surprise. Ishmael George, one of the biggest guys on the court you're going to see here today, plays with a lot of hustle. We'll see if that shows here. So we're just about to get underway here for game 1 of day 3 of the Hinkle Holiday Classic. So we'll see what happens here as Ishmael George to do the tip-off for the Storm. And then for Hoffman Estates, it'll be Maurice Brown. And the Hawks win the tip-off, so bringing it up there is Trendell Whiting, who then gives to Demarion Dunn. Back out to Brown, who gives to Whiting. Whiting kicks to the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by KJ Brooks, who's bringing it up here. Lots of injuries today for the Storm. Not what you want to see. Head coach Church not loving it, saying that their ankles are just some of the weakest in the state. Bringing it up there is number 12, Daquan Daniels, and he makes that one. So Daniels with a nice layup there. And the Hoffman Estates Hawks are on the board, and we're underway. First points of the day. That one jarred loose. Clark guarded closely by Baskin and Daniels. A little bit over 7 minutes to go, and already a substitution for the Storm. The sophomore Ryan Brown had 13 points his last game, which is a season high and probably a career high knowing he's a sophomore. His first year on varsity, he's played phenomenal, and he's got the ball here. Working around the perimeter, gives down low to George. George kicks out to three for Shakti. Shaylin Shakti, no good. 7 minutes to go here. And now bringing it up is Whiting, who then gives to Baskin. Now all the way around to Dunn. Dunn missed a three on the opening possession for the Hawks. Trying to bounce back from that. Trendell Whiting with it, who then gives to Brown. Shot is up, and it is good. Second basket of the night for Daquan Daniels. He's got all four for the Hoffman Estates Hawks so far. 6:30 to go. Brooks gives to George, back out to Shakti. Brown driving inside, mid-range shot, no good. And it's rebounded by Trendell Whiting, who's pushing it up the court here. He then gives to Torrey Baskin. Baskin driving in, it's another point for the Hawks. 6-0, a phenomenal start for the Hoffman Estates Hawks. Hoffman hasn't been the best this year. Yeah, both these teams have lost their first two games in the tournament. And so far the Storm playing some sloppy basketball, not really having the best communication. A tough miss there. Trying to go down to George, and a much needed timeout called here by the South Elgin Storm. So 6-0 the score here so far. It's been a great game, but so far Hoffman Estates dominating in the paint. 3 layups, and all 3 of them have fallen. 2 for Daquan Daniels, 1 for Torrey Baskin. Baskin and Daniels. Baskin is a senior, Baskin's a sophomore, and Daquan Daniels is a junior. So some young guys on their team. Torrey Baskin. Both these teams have one sophomore. We talked about Ryan Brown, and then you got Torrey Baskin, who's got his first basket of the morning. So in the last game, we saw a tough injury for Ethan Zagori, which was brutal for the Storm, and it really hurt their chances of beating Marion Central, which would have put them in a better position than not playing at 9 in the morning. Instead, they do play this game, and so far not off to a good start. Still a lot of basketball left, though, as we know. As I have an interesting stat here. The Storm, they averaged just 19 points per game in that first half. And in the second half, they really come to life, averaging almost 30 points per game. They've dominated in that second half. As now in for the South Elgin Storm, Frank Clemente. He had a solid night, but really who had an incredible game yesterday was Caden Scholl. Had 14 points off the bench, knocked down 4 threes. He was about as good as it gets for the Storm. Now having it, working around. Baskin gives to Dunn, who then gives a 3, no good, and it'll be last touched by the Storm, so it'll be Hawks basketball. Doing the inbound here will be Demarion Dunn. Dunn looking, and he just passed it right to Ishmael George. Miscommunication there for the Hawks. Bringing it up is Brooks, working around. Brooks goes down low to Ishmael George, and the Storm are on the board. Ishmael George with his first basket of the morning. Now driving inside, shot no good, but looks like it's gonna be an offensive foul. Great job by Frank Clemente to plant his feet and take that charge. Trendell Whiting was coming in hot, and Clemente plants his feet, takes the charge, and you gotta think Coach Church is loving that. The coaches in this game for the Storm, you have head coach Philip Church, and for Hoffman Estates, it's head coach Peter McBride. Now Clemente working around, gives to Brown, who then gives back to Clemente. Now trying to go down low, it's George, and it'll be last touched by the Storm. Nearly jumped that pass perfectly was Demarion Dunn for the Hawks, but could not get there. Lots of height on this bench for the Hawks. They have 3 juniors, Jim Schroeder, Aiden Husick, and Nate Cleveland, 6'4", 6'3", and 6'3". Driving inside, shot no good, rebounded by that's Connor Hodges. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Storm possession. So next time it will be the possession going to the Hawks. So working around, Brown looking, gives to Clemente. Clemente gives to Brooks. Brooks has played very nice this year. He's been huge for the Storm, knocking down a lot of threes. And there's a 3 there. That one no good. No threes yet for either team so far in this game. Baskin bringing it up. A nice crossover move. A spin move. Gives to the corner 3. Wide open man. No good. Offensive rebound by Dunn. He gives to Baskin, as he's not going to take another try there. He missed one earlier on this possession. Daniels gives back to Dunn. Dunn driving inside, and he's going to get hit hard. It looks like it'll be before the... No, it'll be Storm basketball. So it looks like ball got out of his hand. Great defense played there by KJ Brooks. 4 minutes to go here in the first. It's been a solid game so far. Storm just 2 points. Not what you want to see, but also the Hawks just 6 points. Clemente looking, gives to Brooks, who gives to Brown. Brown with a screen coming here from George. Instead, no, he's going to give it to Brooks. Storm love doing their cross-court passes, and you see it there. What an acrobatic play. Brown shot. No, he's going to give it down low to Hodges. Who gives to Clemente, driving inside. Frank Clemente, no good, in and out. Tough break there. Baskin bringing it up. It's a 1-on-4. Oh my, a shake and bake from Torrey Baskin. He's got 4 now. Daquan Daniels and Torrey Baskin combined for all 8 of the Hawks' points. An incredible move from Baskin with a spin move going up and under. Hawks lead 8-2 so far. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first. Inbound coming here from Connor Hodges. Hodges gives to Brown, who gives to George, going down low. Beautiful ball movement, and Connor Hodges makes that one. Going to be going to the line, trying to make this an and one for the Storm. So Connor Hodges, we talked about how he came off the bench last game. He's been coming off the bench all season. His first game starting all year long. Probably his first ever game starting. Hodges, the senior, sitting at 6'2". That shot is no good. Rebounded by Brown, who now gives to Daquan Daniels. Him and Torrey Baskin, the only points so far for the Hawks. And then for the Storm, it's Connor Hodges and Ishmael George. 3-pointer. Oh, yeah, Demarion Dunn knocks that one down. First 3-pointer for either team so far in this game. And the Hawks extend their lead to 7. Brooks gives to Hodges. Hodges looking around, tried to go down low to George. Instead, it'll be, yes, it will be a steal for Trendell Whiting. Whiting gives to Baskin, who's then poked free. Great steal there by Hodges from behind. Now Ryan Brown, big opportunity here for the Storm to try to take some points. That one nearly stolen again. A lot of sloppy basketball so far, lots of turnovers. That one, oh my goodness, it's another steal. They give to, that's blocked by Brown. Looks like there's going to be a foul call, though, most likely. And yes. So going to the line here, that's Daquan Daniels. He's been phenomenal so far in this game. 4 points. He's had a couple layups. Lots of layups for the Hoffman Estates Hawks so far. They've got 4 of them. First one is good for Daniels. We got a lot of substitutions coming in for both the Storm and the Hawks. In for the Hawks, number 5, Alwyn Askinson. Also in for the Storm, you've got Caden Scholl. We talked about him earlier. Had a phenomenal game. Also in for the Storm, that's Andrew Harms. You've got Shaylin Shukti, who started this game, came out early. And then you've got, for the Hawks, number 2, Liam Patrick. So Shukti bringing it up. Shaylin Shukti gives to Brown, who gives to Clemente. Back to Harms and back to Brown. They don't really go in the paint often. The Storm love working around the perimeter, just like most teams. See what they do here. Brown Nice pass there to Shakti for 3. Shakti no good, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc so far in this one. A little bit of a small ball lineup in here for the Storm. Tallest player out there is Ryan Brown at 6'1" on the court right now. And that one no good, rebounded by Clemente. So Hawks lead 11-4, low scoring game so far. Don't think that'll last for long. However, what a move by Brown, nearly lost it, holds on, keeps his composure. Now Shakti working around, gives to Brown on the wing. Brown looking, Scholl and Brown working with each other. Now Clemente, and there's Shakti. He loves taking threes, pass down low, miscommunication. Here's Baskin bringing it up on the pass from Patrick. Baskin's shot is no good, rebounded by Caden Scholl. Nice rebound there for Scholl. Pardon me. Caden Scholl's the tallest one on the court, sitting at 6'3". Scholl driving inside, looking. Nice pass down low to Clemente. And one opportunity now. Frank Clemente putting his body on the line. Beautiful pass down low from Caden Scholl. Chance for the Storm to cut the lead to 4. Under a minute to go in this one. So, big free throw here for the Storm, trying to cut it to a 4-point game. Shot is up, and it is good for Frank Clemente. He now has 3 points for him on the morning. Alrighty, so 52 seconds. Shakti working around. And no, it's going to be, and it'll be on number 3, Ryan Brown. So that is his second, I believe. And out he goes, and in comes Miller Meineke. Meineke, the senior, sitting at 6'1", 175. Inbound here to Liam Patrick. Patrick gives to, no, he's not going to give it. Instead, it's a 3-pointer. Daniel's shot is no good. Rebounded and saved. That's Jeremy Harden in for the first time today. Storm trail on this one, 13-7. The Hawks doing great so far, maintaining their lead. They took the first lead of the morning, and, well, they have not. They've just kept it the whole time. Shakti working around the perimeter, gives to Harms, who gives to, Scholl, Caden Scholl, and miscommunication there for the Storm. Looks like he tripped up a little bit, and no, so it looks like it might be a foul, or, yes, it will be a foul. That's the 4th foul for the Hawks. They are really playing a physical game. This one kicked out to Shaylin Shakti. Love working around the perimeter of the Storm. Do Miller Meineke, under 20 seconds to go. I don't know if they take a shot here. They might just kill this clock. Instead, it's stolen by Daniels, who then gives a cross-court pass to Baskin. Baskin driving inside. Shot no good. Rebounded by Patrick. And it's blocked by Scholl. Caden Scholl, 4 seconds left. Shakti gives Scholl at the buzzer. Oh, yeah! Caden Scholl knocks it down to end the quarter, and you love to see that for the South Elgin Storm. Caden Scholl, a big-time shot there. He's on the board. He knocked down 4 out of 6 threes yesterday. So we'll see what happens here in this second quarter. Should be a great game. As this game is brought to you by our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. So far in this one, the Hawks have got the first lead and they have not given it up. Great players in this one to look out for with the Hawks is Torrey Baskin and Daquan Daniels, both of them with 4 points so far in this one. One thing you got to look at is the foul trouble for the Hawks, as already 4 fouls for them in this one, but of course with the new IHSA rules, they reset every single quarter. So 13-10, Hawks lead. Still a whole lot of basketball left, 24 minutes to be exact. We'll see if we see any substitutions here. We're going to see the same lineups. And yes, so the Storm's still going to rock with their small ball. Then again, of course, Caden Scholl is 6'3", so it's not really small. So we'll see what happens here in this second quarter of play. Inbound coming here from Torrey Baskin. Like I mentioned, he's got 4 points already. Alwyn Austinson looking like he's going to get it, and he will. So Alwyn with it, guarded closely by Shukti. Beautiful pass down low. Daniels, Daquan Daniels knocks that down. He's got 6 points on 3 layups so far for the Hawks. And that one going to be a foul called on, that's Daniels. So that's already their 5th foul of the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of these quarters they're going to get in the bonus. It's been quite a physical game so far. Inbound coming here from Clemente to Shukti. And Clemente looking, gives to Shukti. He's got Scholl open on the wing there. He finds him, but a little bit too late. Definitely running some trap defense right now. There's going to be an open man if the Storm move the ball right. Shukti working around, gives to Clemente, who gives to Scholl in the corner for 3. Caden Scholl, no good. 1 for 2 from beyond the arc today. Now bringing it up is Alwyn Austinson. He gives to Trendell Whiting, who then gives to Daquan Daniels. Daniels guarded closely by Clemente. Shot is up. It's no good. Jarred off a couple of players, and Meineke comes up with it for the Storm, who then gives it to Clemente. Kicks in the corner, and Harms did step out. Tough break there for the South Elgin Storm. In for the Hawks is Demarion Dunn, and out for them is Daquan Daniels. And then in for the Hawks, you've got, for the first time since the beginning of the game, Maurice Brown, and out is Liam Patrick. Demario Dunn's got it right now. Dunn's shot is up, it's no good, it's rebounded by Brown. He's gonna go to the line for 2. Foul will be called on number 5 for the Storm, Andrew Harms. Or will it be Caden Scholl? And it will be Andrew Harms for the Storm. 6.5 minutes to go so far. Free throw from Brown is up, and it's good. So 6-point game so far in this one. Second free throw coming here from Maurice Brown. The 6'3" senior off to a good start so far. His first points of the night right there. 16-10 the score. Shukti gives it to Scholl, who then gives to Clemente, who gives to Harms. Shukti, we love seeing them work around this perimeter. They gotta get inside that paint though. They can start attacking it, and it'll be a big weakness, as a lot of defenses know they don't like attacking it, so it's very easy to guard when you can just run a zone around this perimeter. And the coach for the Hawks loving it. Nearing the 6-minute mark now. Long possession here for the Storm. Clemente nearly lost it, and Meineke does lose it. It'll be recovered by the Hawks. Last jump ball went to the Storm, so this one will go to the Hoffman Estates Hawks. Great job to dive on it there for Maurice Brown. 6 minutes to go. Inbound coming, and they give it, it'll be Storm basketball, pardon me. Looks like there was another jump ball in between there. Nice fake pass there from Clemente, doesn't fool Trendell Whiting. Meineke looking, gives to Scholl. He's knocked down a 3 already in this one. Looks like he was maybe gonna shoot one instead, no. Shukti gives to Clemente. Clemente's gotten a lot of minutes so far off the bench here for the South Elgin Storm. One guy you haven't seen in a little bit is Ishmael George. I also got Derek Clark, some noticeable players that haven't been in a little bit. Shukti gives to Meineke, who then gives to Harms. Andrew Harms, Scholl now. Meineke, 5 minutes to go. Miller Meineke gives to Shukti. Another long possession for the Storm. This one kept alive, and it looks like he stepped out, and it'll remain Storm basketball. Feels like it's been forever since the Hawks touched the ball, as now in for the Hawks. Back in is Tori Baskin and Daquan Daniels. It took a little bit of a seat as now Maurice Brown and Trendell Whiting are out. Sorry, Whiting is still in there. Oh, sorry. The whole starting lineup is in for the Hawks. Meineke gives to Scholl. He had Clemente down low, didn't see him though. He did, but didn't do the right pass. And saw a guy fall there. That was Demarion Dunn. Then Scholl fakes the three. That one will be tipped by Daquan Daniels. Daniels has been everywhere so far. Derek Clark checks in for Frank Clemente, the only sub here. Derek Clark, like I said, the 6'4" big man. He shoots a lot more than most big men. Let's see what happens here. Shakti looking. Shaylin Shakti. No points so far for him in this one. A little bit of a surprise. Clark gives to Meineke. Jumps. Meineke, had an opportunity, didn't take it. Harms gives to Shakti for three. Shaylin Shakti 0 for 3 from the arc now, and it's another turnover for the Hawks. It's been Storm basketball for what feels like forever. It's just been phenomenal play here by the defense for the Hawks. The fact that no points have been scored is just astonishing to me. And out goes Caden Scholl. In comes Ishmael George. The big man had the first points of the night for the South Elgin Storm earlier. Inbound coming from Meineke. He gives out to the arc to Clark. Shakti's 0 for 3. No more! Shaylin Shakti makes it a 1 for 4 shooting night. His first points on the morning. Shaylin Shakti, one of the best scorers on this team. Mid-range shot no good from Tori Baskin. Chance to tie the game here for the Storm with a 3. Harms is going to take that 3, and it's no good. Would have tied the game. Like I said, Shaylin Shakti, he's going to take a 3. He's going to miss. Lots of great opportunities. We saw them miss a lot of them late in the game against Marion Central, the Hurricanes, yesterday. And that was brutal for the South Elgin Storm. Timeout called here by, it looks like the Hawks, and it will be the Hawks. So, Hoffman Estates Hawks call a timeout. So, we'll see what happens here. 4 minutes. Alrighty, and this timeout is brought to you by Wise Guys Pizzeria. For the best pizza in town, it's Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out their new and improved online ordering system at I'mAWiseGuy.com. See their catering menu online for parties or any occasion. It's all there at I'mAWiseGuy.com. So far in this one, the Storm, they've kept in this whole game, but they're trying to knock down the threes, and they've had a lot of great looks. They've had a ton of great looks. They've had the possession for, it feels like, most of this quarter, but not that many points resulting in that. Shaylin Shakti, he knocked down his first points of the game earlier, so that was beautiful for the Storm. Inbound coming for Trendell Whiting and the Hawks. And looks like some miscommunication between the referees. Ishmael George thinks it's Storm basketball, and Ishmael George would be correct. So, Meineke doing the inbound like he always does. Meineke looking, still looking. Great defense here. And we'll see what happened. Looks like he might have gotten this. Looks like he might have stepped up, put it on the line, maybe, who knows. Tough mistake there for South Elgin. Now bringing it up is Daquan Daniels. Daniels guarded closely. The Storm, of course, down 2 starters today, Luis Vergara and Ethan Zagori. Tough break there for them, and it's a travel call. So nothing going right for the Hawks so far, but lucky for them, not much has gone right for the Storm either. Both these teams haven't been the best this year, haven't started off the best. Here's Meineke working around on Daniels. He gives to Clark. Derek Clark, the big man, guarded closely. 3-pointer from Shakti. Oh, yeah! Shaylin Shakti. Gonna be hearing his name a lot. He's 2 for 6 from the arc now. Just a little bit under 50%. Here's Maurice Brown back into the game. Starting lineup in for the Hawks. That one no good. A chance to take the lead for the South Elgin Storm. George pushing it. Gives to Meineke. He gives to Shukti. Shaylin Shukti gives to Clark. Clark looking, driving, gives to Shukti for three for the lead. Oh yeah! Shaylin Shukti. The hot hand for the Storm, shooting 3 for 7 from the arc now. Give him 9. Leading the team in scoring, leading the game in scoring. And Shaylin Shukti, remember the name, 2:40 to go here in the second. Driving inside, Baskin shot, no good, nothing falling for the Hawks. And that one stolen by Derek Clark, and Clark loses it. And it will be staying with Hoffman, I believe. Looks like it will be Hoffman ball. Pardon me, it'll be South Elgin ball. Inbound coming for Derek Clark. Shaylin Shukti's been the story in this second quarter. 9 points on 3 for 4 shooting in this quarter. 3 for 7 on the game. Looks like he was going to take another one there. Derek Clark now gives to Harms, who then gives to Shukti. Shukti working around. The Hawks have played a lot of trap defense. Going down low, it's Ishmael George. Brings the body with him. Going to go to the line for 2. One free throw takes the first. Pardon me. The Storm already have the lead. They lead 19-16. 2:05 to go. This will put him with 20 points for the South Elgin Storm. George trying to score his 3rd point of the night here. Pardon me, the morning. George's free throw, his first. And he waits, shoots, and it is no good. So misses the first, shooting a little bit under 50% from the line so far this season. And in for the Hawks is Jeremy Harden and Liam Patrick, and out goes Trendell Whiting and Maurice Brown. 2:05 to go, and in comes Frank Clemente. Out goes Miller Meineke, their go-to guy on the inbounds. He played solid, no points, but definitely dished a couple assists to Shaylin Shukti. 19-16 your score. George's shot is no good. He misses both. Clemente gives back to George. Ishmael George is going to go right back to the line. So the South Elgin Storm have dominated with possession of the basketball so far. We'll see if that continues. Would not be a surprise if it does. It was a clear focus point for Coach Philip Church, and we'll see what happens here. 2:02 to go. George waits, shoots, and 0 for 3. Some crucial misses here, which would be some very big points. He makes all 3 he's had on this possession. This game is a 22-16. So George definitely needs a confidence boost to knock down this one. Free throw is up, and he makes it. So a big confidence boost for Ishmael George. He's got 3 in this game. Now bringing it up for the Hoffman Estates Hawks, it's Torrey Baskin. Baskin, Daniels, and another miscommunication in Demarion Dunn, the only starters in for the Hawks. So the Hawks have not scored in well over 5 minutes. It has been a brutal quarter for them, and they need to get something going. Shaylin Shukti, he's been remarkable. Here's Clark, had an opportunity to shoot there, doesn't take it, and he loses the ball. Tough break there for Derek Clark. 1:44 to go now, under 2 minutes to play. Inbound coming, and it won't be Baskin, it will be Harden. Harden inbounding it to Torrey Baskin. Guarded closely by Shukti, who then gives to Harden. Nice last name there, reminds me of the NBA player James Harden. Now working around, Daquan Daniels drives inside, kicks to the corner, and nothing is. That was a 4-on-5 opportunity there for the Storm to maybe fall for a trap. But then again, that would have been a great play call, and that would have left Daniels wide open in the corner, driving inside. Baskin shot, another miss, and a nice rebound there. Out-rebounding Liam Patrick. Clemente coming in full steam ahead. Shot is no good. George has to put it back up. Another miss for the South Elgin Storm. Under a minute to play here. Bringing it up, Daniels. Daquan Daniels guarded closely by Harms, who then gives to the 3. Dunn, air ball. Rebounded by George. George full steam ahead. Ishmael George And he just runs directly in to, actually, yeah, it will be. So Torrey Baskin got just bulldozed by Ishmael George. Incoming for the Storm. First time we've seen in the tournament, it's Quentin Albert for the South Elgin Storm. Speaking of the Storm, Andrew Harms and Derek Clark come out. Connor Hodges and Quentin Albert come in. 44 seconds to go here. Inbound to Trendell Whiting. And yes, so we will take a seat. So coming in for Hoffman will be Maurice Brown. 35 seconds to go. They might hold this for the quarter. Trying to finish this quarter with some points. 20-16 ball game. Clock moving. And yes, it looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. If you're the Storm, you cannot give up a 3 here. You can give up a 2, that's okay, but you cannot give up a 3. It would make it a 1-possession game coming into the second quarter. And you nearly had a 3 there. Whiting then lost it, and George keeps it alive. 5 seconds, 4, 3. Hodges loses it, and that'll do it for the half. So far in this one, the South Elgin Storm lead the Hoffman Estates Hawks 20-16, thanks to a huge quarter from Shaylin Shukti. Had 9 points in the quarter. Caden Scholl and George both the 3 in this one, and Hodges and Clemente both with a couple baskets of their own. One guy who's gone quiet so far for the Storm is Ryan Brown, the sophomore. Had 13 in his last game, but he also came alive in the second half. We'll see if he does that again. But as for that goes, that'll do it for the first half, and we'll be back after this quick break. What are you trying to do with that? welcome back to this game here between Hoffman Estates and the South Elgin Storm. So far in this one, we've seen a phenomenal game so far. A low-scoring game, but looks like we're going to see a great finish as you've got some interesting scoreless players for the Storm. KJ Brooks and Ryan Brown both are surprised to not have any points. Both had big games yesterday in their tough loss by just 8 points against Marion Central, the Hurricanes. So in this one for the Hawks, we've seen domination by Daquan Daniels and Tori Baskin. They've been the few bright spots for the Hoffman Estates Hawks. We saw in that second quarter how the Hawks really could not get the ball away from the Storm. Storm probably held 80% of possession in that quarter. So we'll see what happens here, if they can keep that going. So in for the Storm, it'll be Derek Clark, KJ Brooks, Connor Hodges, Shaylin Shakti, and Ishmael George, the starting lineup, just like how they had in the first half. Still waiting to see what happens with the Hoffman Estates Hawks, and it'll be the same they had in the first half. So Reese Brown, Mario Dunn, Trendell Whiting, Tori Baskin, and Daquan Daniels. And there's Trendell Whiting right there to bring it up for the Hawks. And we're underway in the second quarter of game 17 of the Hinkle Holiday Classic. And, well, couldn't have been much better of a start for the Hawks. It's an easy three-pointer for Trendell Whiting, his first basket of the game. Clark working around, still scoreless in this one, a little bit of a surprise. And he loses that one. He's had a lot of turnovers, but Shakti bails him out with a nice play there. Shakti falls into the trap, and it's another steal. And Hawks can take the lead. A beautiful lay and a quick 5-point swing for the Hawks. Tori Baskin's got 6 now in this one. Beautiful job there for the Hawks. Hawks now lead 21-20. George gives to Shakti, had 9 in that second quarter. And Clark lost it again. Derek Clark, it has not been his day. And it'll be Hawks basketball. Chance to have a 7-point swing, and it looks like Coach Church has seen enough. Harms is going to come in for Clark. That's just a brutal job by Derek Clark. It's just tough seeing that. 7:02 to go. Whiting had that big three to start the quarter. Now Whiting driving inside, gives to Brown. Shot is up from Dunn, no good. Nearly rebounded by George instead. It's an offensive rebound, but KJ Brooks hold on. And now Shakti pushing up the court. Man down for the Hawks. What an incredible pass. And Ishmael George. That's about as beautiful as a sequence as it gets for the Storm. A beautiful pass cross court by Shakti. Going up top to Hodges. He just spikes it down to George for an easy lay. Here's Whiting. That one no good. Rebounded by Brooks. KJ Brooks gives it up top. Ishmael George coming in hot. George's shot is good. Ishmael George. And a quick 4-point swing, all led by Ishmael George. George now has 7 points in the game for the South Elgin Storm. Here's Daniels. Sorry, that's Tori Baskin. Shot no good. Tipped out. Brooks couldn't get it. And watch at his feet there. Daquan Daniels looks like he might have stepped out. They're going to say no. And coming full speed ahead right into Ishmael George's Daquan Daniels. And it will remain Hawks basketball. Under 6 minutes to play here. Storm lead 24-21. Inbound coming. They give it to Marquise Brown. That one last touch by Ishmael George. And it'll remain Hawks basketball. Seeing a little bit of what we saw in the second quarter between with the Storm as they had a lot of possession. Now roles are reversed. Baskin, sorry, that's Daniels. This one, oh, what a play. Ishmael George jumps the pass perfectly, but we'll see what the call is. Maybe a travel? A little bit confused here. Pardon me for this. In comes number 10 for the first time today. It's Chris Mobley. Reminds me of Evan Mobley for the Cavaliers in the National Basketball Association. Trendell Whiting goes down to the bench. Brooks going down low. That one stripped away. And it will, wow, it's somehow Hawks basketball. Baskin looking around. We just talked about him. Chris Mobley driving inside, gives to Maurice Brown, who then gives to an open man in the corner. Baskin's shot no good. And an over-the-back foul on Ishmael George, it looks like. Head coach for the Hoffman Estates Hawks is Peter McBride. He's loving that call. I think every coach would. So inbound coming. Sorry, no, it will be Storm basketball. Okay. So looks like the foul is taken off. George, no need to be upset, young man. You got a nice little play there, and the ref's communicating. It's a lot of miscommunication going on right now. What is happening? KJ Brooks and Shaylin Shukti have no idea. Neither coach has an idea. Wow, this is interesting. And it will be Storm basketball. So Brooks with the inbound.
Foul number 4 is second.
So it will be a foul on Maurice Brown for the Hawks. Already 2 for them. It feels like they've had well over 10 fouls. Beautiful pass down low from Shukti. Gives to George, then to Hodges. Hodges rejected from behind, but instead it'll be a foul called. So a little bit too much contact there, and Hodges is going to go to the line for 2.
Foul number 4 is third.
So the third of the game there for Maurice Brown, as in comes Liam Patrick. First one is good for the Storm. In comes Liam Patrick. Patrick has gotten a lot of minutes off the bench so far in this one. No points, but he's played a lot of hustle. A lot of full arm sleeves there for the Hawks. That one, second one falls for Connor Hodges. Hodges has got 3 on the morning. Bringing it up here, scanning the perimeter. Mobley gives to a 3. Oh yeah! String music, beautiful job there for the 3 by Demarion Dunn. Loved hearing the hoop mic. As of course this broadcast is brought to you by the Beacon Academy, a whole broadcast produced by just high school students. So it's beautiful to see what you can do. Here's Brooks working around, gives to George. Now Brooks. That one off the foot. It'll be a kickball violation, and it will remain Storm basketball. KJ Brooks with the inbound guarded closely. 0-on-0 for Demario Dunn. And it's going to be given to Shaylin Shukti, who gives to Hodges. Had a 3, doesn't take the quick shot. Interesting defense here from the Hawks. Shukti then gives to Harms. Brooks back out to Harms. Man down is Ishmael George. He's okay, though. George was open there. He's got a little bit of a mismatch. Then he sets a screen. Brooks' 3 is up, and it's no good. Offensive rebound by Harms keeps it alive. They're going to say he stepped out, and it will be Hawks basketball. 4:09 to go. Storm lead 25-24. They took the lead late in that second quarter, and they have not given it back. Chance for the Hawks to take it, though. Mobley misses that one. Offensive rebound by Patrick. They kick out a 3. Daquan Daniels, no. So 2 misses on the possession for the Hawks. Beautiful pass there by Brooks. Down low to Shukti, who gives to George. Down low to Hodges. Beautiful ball movement. The cross-court pass to Shukti. Right over the shoulder into Brooks, and then down low to Connor Hodges. Hodges now with 5 points on the game. Chance to tie it here for the Hawks. Mobley, he's had a lot of possession, and interesting decision by Patrick not to take that, and Daniels misses it all, but Patrick, great hustle. Shukti jumps the pass perfectly, though. Here's Andrew Harms. Harms coming in hot, beautiful layup, and he's going to bring a man with him, and it'll be a charge. Oh, a brutal mistake by Harms, but an even better play there by number 15, Torrey Baskin, to draw it. And Ryan Brown's in. He hasn't been in a while. The sophomore had 13 points in the last game. We'll see what he does here. 3:10 to go. South Elgin leading 27-24. Daniels gives to Mobley. Mobley, no points in this one, but he's gotten the ball a lot in this third quarter. Daniels, great move on Brown, drives inside, And it will be a charge. So the Storm get a charge called on them, and then they do it themselves. Beautiful job by Ishmael George, the big man, to take the hit. So a little bit of communication. McBride, Coach McBride that is, talking with the ref. Inbound coming for Ryan Brown. See a little bit of what had happened here. Ref trying to prove his point, but you can't really do anything there. That was a clear charge. Just not what you want to see if you're the Hoffman State Hawks. Bringing it up, Shakti gives to Brown. Brown, he had an open man, Shakti across. Instead, it's a beautiful pass down low. Hodges lost it, puts it back up. Hodges no good. Offensive rebound, George. Gonna go to the line for two. Beautiful job by Ishmael George. He's 1 for 4 from the line, shooting just 25%, but he's a little bit under 50% from the line this season, so if the stats don't lie, he should make both of these free throws. Or at least make one. So, shot coming from George. 2:39 to play in the third. It is up, and it is no good. So, tough miss there for Ishmael George. And we'll see what happens. .239 to play. Second free throw for George, shooting 1 for 5 from the line. Make it 1 for 6. Hasn't been his night at the line. But a lot of hustle here. Harms lost it at the end. Andrew Harms, tough break there for the Storm. Inbound coming for Chris Mobley. Mobley guarded closely here by Hodges. He then gives, that's Torrey Baskin. Baskin working around, Baskin working on Shakti it is. And they give to Dunn, who gives back to Mobley. Beautiful ball movement here for the Hawks. Down low to Patrick. Airborne goes Hodges, and Chris Mobley is on the board. His first make of the day. And just like that, a 1-point game. Miller Meineke getting ready to check in for the South Elgin Storm. Shakti had an opportunity there. Zone defense here coming from the Hawks, and it's phenomenal right now. It's working like a charm. Harms finds Brown in the corner, gives down low to George. They're trying to attack that zone. It'll be a foul called on Baskin. That will put Hoffman Estates in the bonus. Oh my goodness, with 1:52 to play in the third. So George gonna be going to the line here, 1 for 6 at the line. Hasn't been his night. That's how Shakti started off from 3, and he's knocked down a lot since then. So George shooting, gets ready, and it's up, and it's good. So George, his second made free throw of the game. Meineke comes in for Hodges. Looks like Caden Scholl's gonna be ready to check in for the Storm. George waits. Storm lead 28-26, under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Shot is up, and it's no good, so 2 for 8 from the line. Hasn't been his night, and his morning. And that will be last touch by Meineke. So out goes George. He still has a very serviceable 8 points in this game, but could be a lot more. He makes all those free throws. He's got 14. So going all the way across. Shot is, what will it be? And it'll be an and one opportunity for the Hawks. Daquan Daniels with a free throw here could take the lead for the Hawks. Daniels has been phenomenal so far in this one, putting up 9 points. Here's the shot here. It's up, and it is good. Daniels having a phenomenal game. He's been one of the few bright spots for the Hawks. They lead by 1 in this one, their first lead since late in the second. Brown giving to Harms, cross-court pass to Shakti, a little bit too high. Had an opportunity for a 3 there. Great job to jump the pass by DeMario Dunn. He's gonna hit the bleachers hard. He's okay though. Gets up. Caden Scholl's in, and out goes, pardon me, just same lineups. Patrick is in. Patrick is out, and Mobley is in for the Hawks. Meineke gives to Shakti. Shakti working around. He's been the leading scorer for the Storm. He's been their star today. You got Caden Scholl, a little bit of a mismatch there. Don't see it. And it's another jump pass for the Hawks. Going cross court. Daniels loses it. And it'll be last touched by Daquan Daniels. Loose ball. And oh no, Daquan Daniels slow to get up. Not what you want to see. The worst part in basketball, Daniels still not up. And there he is, so he's going to get up. Looks like he's okay. Might have hit his head, it looks like. Minute 10 to play here. And it will remain Storm basketball. Not what you want to see. Daquan Daniels has had a phenomenal game. And that is just brutal for the Hawks. So, we play on. Inbound coming from Drew Harms to Shaylin Shukti. Shukti bringing it up here. Nearing under a minute, and we are about to be under a minute, and we are under a minute. So, Brown working, guarded closely by Dunn and Mobley. Now Shukti falls into the traps, keeps it alive. Brown looking around. Ryan Brown gets to Scholl in the corner for three. No, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc so far. Mobley driving. Mobley pulls it back, he gives to Baskin, he's got a wide open lane, Torrey Baskin, oh yeah! A beautiful shot there. Baskin and Daniels have combined for 18 points in this one. Daniels with 10, we just saw him get injured on the last play, and Baskin with 8. Here's Baskin again, Torrey Baskin! A quick 4-point swing for the Hawks. Now a 5-point lead for Hoffman Estates. Here's Shukti, he gives to Brown, Ryan Brown. Needs some points here for the Storm. You gotta think they're gonna hold it for the last shot. He's got Scholl in the corner. What defense here from the Hawks? You gotta appreciate that. They give to Scholl. And he didn't see the clock. Had an open look too. It's brutal. And some great spirit from the bench as Alwyn Auskinson. He's like, yeah, we are dominating. We are winning this game. Played great in that third quarter. So the Storm, they led at half, and now they are trailing by 5. Coming into this fourth quarter, it's been brutal for the South Elgin Storm. So Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family photos, graduation photos, sports teams photos, and more. For all your photographic needs, contact Daryl Barnes Photography. You can find Daryl Barnes online at darylbarnesphotography.com. This quarter is brought to you by Daryl Barnes Photography. So, we'll see what happens here. It's been a good game so far, low scoring, not many threes, not much high action, but the big thing you gotta look at, Hoffman Estates, a lot of their players near that 4 or 5 foul mark. The last thing you want to do is lose a player here late. And Torrey Baskin, he's one to look at. He's got, I believe, 4 fouls, maybe 3. Not exactly what you want to see if you are the South Elgin Storm. There's Miller Meineke. Nice little shot of him. And it'll be an inbound coming for the Hawks. No, it'll be this one. Here's Clark. Gonna inbound it to Shaylin Shukti. Shukti bringing it up. He gives to Harms. Harms working around the perimeter. Nearly fell to the trap. He almost did, and it'll be a push-off in basket. Interesting. That right there was Jeremy Harden for the Hawks, causing the foul there. 33-28, 7:51 to play. Clark, no points in this one, a little bit of a surprise. Shukti hasn't scored in the second half. This defense has been relentless from the Hawks. There's Clark, a good look for 3, no. So Derek Clark misses that one. 33-28 game, rebounded by Baskin, who gives to Mobley, and back to Baskin. Torrey Baskin, 10 points for him in this one. Had that big 4-point swing. He drives inside, misses that one. Rebounded, great hustle from Mobley. It'll be a foul called on Derek Clark. Clark having a frustrating day. Hasn't been what he wanted. Inbound coming here for the Hawks. They give down low. Dunn shot from the floor. Knocks it down, and uh-oh. Much needed timeout called here by the Storm. Head coach Philip Church is not liking at all what he's seeing. It hasn't been the second half they wanted. whatsoever. We'll see what happens here in this fourth quarter. So Hoffman leads this one 35-28. So 35-28. And this timeout is brought to you by Custom Heating and Cooling. For all of your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. Featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. Inbound coming for Harms and the South Elgin Storm. Nice timeout there. They keep the same lineup in, however. Sorry, Frank Clemente's in. And Andrew Harms remains in, so don't really know who went out. That's my mistake. Clark, pass up top to Shukti, who then gives back to Meineke, kept alive by Derek Clark, who then gives in the corner. Clemente for three, nothing. He had an open man there, and here comes DeMario Dunn, full steam ahead. Dunn's got 10, so 2 players in double digits for the Hawks, and it's now a 9-point lead, not the second half you wanted for the Storm. So coming in for South Elgin is Ismail George. Timeout called again. It looks like by South Elgin. I'm sorry, that last timeout was by the Hawks.
Did you know Elgin Community College has dozens of student clubs?
So 6:39 to go. 37-28. Been a great game so far. We'll see what happens. Oh, sorry. This timeout is brought to you by Tom the Plumber. Tom the Plumber, Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com or give him a call at 847-513-3971. That's 847-513-3971. So we'll see what happens here in this fourth quarter. 2 quick timeouts in just the first minute and a half. We'll see what happens. Got 6:39 to play. Been a great game so far. Low scoring, nevertheless still a great game. A lot of their points for the Hawks coming from DeMario Dunn, Daquan Daniels, and Torrey Baskin. Those 3 combined for 30 of their 37. There are other 7 coming from Trendell White and Chris Mobley and Maurice Brown. Shukti working around. Shaylin Shukti gives to George, who then gives down low. Beautiful ball movement. Brooks, 3-pointer. He had a layup and he just didn't take it. Interesting decision by Brooks. Guess they wanted the 3 more. Shukti driving and miscommunication by the Storm. Turnover on Shaylin Shukti, trying to give the ball to Andrew Harms. Chance to make it a double-digit lead here for the Hoffman Estates Hawks. 37-28 the score. .6:10 to play. Mobley working around. Chris Mobley gives to Dunn. Mobley under 6 minutes to play now in the fourth, and it looks like it'll be travel. Yep, it'll be travel. So moving his feet too much, and now a 3-pointer here for the Storm would cut it to a 6-point lead, a 2, an 8-point lead. So, sorry, 7. I'm bad at math. So Meineke gives down low to George, loses it. Another turnover, but Brooks keeps it alive. Gives to Shukti on the wing, gives to Harms. Shukti is down. He's back up though. Meineke gives to Shukti. Shaylin Shukti working around. Shukti gives to Meineke in the corner. Meineke gives to George, and it's stolen by Maurice Brown, who then gives to Torrey Baskin, to Mobley. Chris Mobley has played this entire second half. Under 5.5 to play here. Dunn working around. He's had a great quarter. DeMario Dunn just chucks it up. Shot no good. Mobley for 3. No good off the glass. Rebounded by George. George full steam ahead. Ishmael George coming in hot. George's shot no good. And it's rebounded by Chris Mobley. Nice job there to find Tori Baskin, who gives to an open man. Dunn in the corner for three. No. And it'll be last touched by Maurice Brown. Under 5 to play here. We'll see if the Storm got a little bit left in them. Brooks lost it. It's another turnover for the Storm. Full steam ahead. Baskin shot. No good. Going to go to the line for two, though. Foul called on Drew Harms. We'll see what happens. That's the 4th foul on Drew Harms. Coach Church deciding to keep him in, however. Big free throws here for Tori Baskin. This would put him in the lead for scoring, and he will. So he's got 11 on the game. Trying to make it 12 here with the second free throw. Tori Baskin's played a phenomenal game. We'll see if it continues. Second one is up. No good. So almost an offensive rebound. Instead, KJ Brooks, he's given a lot of effort. KJ Brooks doing the best he possibly can. George looking around. Ishmael George gives to Shakti on the wing. Back to George. Then down low to Meineke. Holds on for dear life. Down low to George. Loses it. Another turnover for the Storm, going full steam ahead. Shot is up and it is good. It's Tori Baskin again. Baskin has been phenomenal for for the Bartlett Hawks. Under 4 minutes to go, Shakti gives to Harms. Harms working around, falls into the trap. Meineke hasn't taken many shots. Cross-court pass, Shakti for three. No, nothing but net, but not the way you want it. Here's Baskin, what a pass, oh my, and it's Chris Mobley. The lead is 14 now for the Hawks. Game getting out of reach for South Elgin. They find Harms in the corner. Timeout called. Bench loving it for the Hawks. It's been a brutal second half for the South Elgin Storm. So, who knows what could happen, though. You never know. The Storm, technically, they do have the same record as them, just a little bit worse, 7-6, 7-7. But like I mentioned, the Storm are in one of the worst conferences, many believe, the Upstate 8, a very weak conference, which includes Bartlett High School, Fenton High School, and many more. Glenburn South, you got a lot of those teams. We saw Bartlett, they won their game yesterday against this team, Hoffman Estates. So who knows what'll happen when these two face off in early January. So Hoffman Estates leading this game 42-28, 3.5 minutes to play here. What has been a great game. I'm Nate Grendies here with the Beacon Academy. We've got another great game going as we'll see what happens here. So Derek Clark is in for the Storm, and so is Connor Hodges. Out is Drew Harms, not a surprise at that foul trouble. So the starting lineup looks like it's in. Brooks is doing the inbound right near the bench. I know it'll be Clark doing the inbound. So Derek Clark getting ready, and he's gonna give it to Connor Hodges. Nearly stole it. Shakti in the corner for three. No. Rebounded by Baskin. Full steam ahead. Pass to Harden. Jalen Harden. No. Rebounded by Harden. No, that's Dunn, and the shot is good. DeMario Dunn and Tori Baskin have come alive in this second half. Brooks gives to Hodges. Hodges looking around. Counter Hodges gives down to George. Shot is up, and it is saved by Maurice Brown. Baskin bringing it up. Tori Baskin driving, gives to Brown, and back out to Mobley, guarded closely by Shakti. Screen from Brown. And shot is good. Chris Mobley, a nice little left-hand lay. He's got 4 points for him in this game. This one stolen. Here comes Mobley. Yet again, give him 6. Chris Mobley trying to be the 4th player for the Hawks to enter double digits. Now a 20-point lead for the Hoffman Estates Hawks. Three-pointer from Shakti. No. And rebounded by George. Going to put it up. They're not going to count the basket. Looks like he's going to the line maybe. And so the Storm waved their white flag. The bench is in. This game is all but over. Ryan Morante is in. You got Noah Cruz, Quentin Albert. Let's see who else we got. Caden Scholl. Frank Clemente's in. Both teams put most of their bench in. We got a lot of new players here. We got for the Storm in there is Ryan Brown, Noah Cruz, Quentin Albert. And they give it up top. Albert lost it, and Quentin Albert looking around, gives to Brown. Ryan Brown to Clemente. Clemente had an open man down low. That's Ryan Morante. Back out to Brown. In for the Hawks, you've got, almost made a steal there. I was about to mention his name, and well, good thing I was. So number 22, Aiden Husick is in. You've got number 20, Jaden Holmes. These guys all in for the first time today. Number 1, Hamdan Khalil, Liam Patrick, and then the spark off the bench, the guy who really showed some action here, showed us a lot of expression, Alwyn Oskinson. So, shot is good there for the Storm. Their first points in what feels like forever. That one is good from Ryan Morante. Second one is up and it is good. So Morante's on the board, 2 points for him in this one. 48-30, Hoffman leads. Their 20-point lead is no more, but this game was a phenomenal performance from, you got some great players in this one. You had Demarion Dunn, you had Daquan Daniels, you had Torrey Baskin, and there's a 3. That's Alwyn Asuncion, pardon me. Knocks that one down, his first points here in this game. Cruz gives down low, working around. Shot is no good, rebounded by Brown. Brown's shot, gonna go to the line for 2. So, minute 16 to go. We'll see what happens here. So Hoffman, they've had a phenomenal game. Brown trying to cut the lead down from 20, and it is down from 20. It's a 19-point game now. Inbound here, that's Asuncion. 1:10 to play. Working around, looking. Okay, here we go. Khalil given to Asuncion. Now back out to Khalil. Off the bench, the 3, no good. That one was shot by Aiden Husick. Saved by Khalil, and it'll be last touched by Liam Patrick of the Bartlett Hawks. Pardon me, the Hoffman State's Hawks. So, 51 to 32. Under 40 seconds to play. Albert, given down low, working around, shot from Cruz. Albert, given outside in the corner to Noah Cruz, and that one did not matter. So, they're just gonna run this clock in this one, most likely gonna kill the clock. This game looking like it's gonna be over. It's a tough loss for the Storm. Hoffman gonna move on the consolation bracket. The Storm, they're gonna play one more game tomorrow. Try and not lose all 4 in this tournament. That one just gonna go out of bounds, last touched by the Hoffman Estates Hawks. So 51-32. Not the outcome you want if you're the South Elgin Storm. The injuries from Vergara and Zagori did not help in this game. They give to Cruz going up top. Ryan Brown, nice little alley-oop. So a nice little way to end this game. Ryan Brown finally on the board with his first basket of the game there. So South Elgin wins this one. Sorry, Hoffman Estates wins this one 51-34. It was not the outcome they wanted whatsoever, but you got to think that this season is just not looking how it did last year. So the Hawks of Hoffman Estates get a beautiful win there. And stay tuned for an interview. I'll be interviewing number 15 for the Hawks. Torrey Baskin had a phenomenal game. And with all that said, special thanks to all of our game sponsors, Bear Family McDonald's, Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, Rosen Hyundai, Tom the Plumber, and Daryl Barnes Photography. So it was a phenomenal game, but Hoffman Estates ended up prevailing 51-32 the final. I'm Nate Grendy signing off for the Beacon Academy. Okay, I'm Nate Grendy here with the Beacon Academy, and I'm joined here with Tori Baskin. How did it feel to get your first win of the tournament?
It was long awaited. You know, we've been waiting for this. We played bad. We had to redeem ourselves. Coming off 3 losses, you know, we just had to play, come back, you know, forget it, flush the mentality, basically. Yeah.
What was it like to see your teammate Daniels fall like that?
You know, it's tough because it's a big part of our team, obviously, defensive and offensive end, but, you know, we had to hold it down for my boy.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. This is Nate Grendy with the Beacon Academy, signing off.
This sports broadcast made possible with support from the following. The Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their over 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofelgonquin.com. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling. Featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. For the best pizza in town, Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out our new and improved online ordering at I'mAWiseGuy.com. Tom the Plumber is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at TomThePlumberInc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at DarylBarnes.com.